What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today we're looking at cutoff versus button, deep stack. So out of position strategy. So let's get started. So here, I think I would like to bet small because we have a spade.
Yeah, having a spade, having a 10.
Oh. Action, turbo. Yeah. Okay, so what about this? Okay, so 50% check, 50% bet small. Alright, let's look at the strategy. So in my mind, it was just like, we bet when we have a spade or offsuit hands. So ace nine, okay, so that would be top pair. Ace seven. Okay, so that makes sense.
This meeting is being recorded.
Welcome. Welcome, newcomer. How are you today?
Bro. I've been here all morning, man.
Earlier than me? Great. Alright. So Danny asked for some deep stack cutoff versus bottom spot. So here we are.
He wants to know if he can justify his blind barreling off out of position.
I know, but you can't. It's just 50-50, you know?
So here's a card that's bad for our range, but good for our hand.
Is
I
it?
like,
Is it not a brick?
well, why would it be a brick?
It's a flush completer. He has tons of flushes here.
Yeah, how would it be a brick?
Who has the more flushes? I thought we had a lot more. Cause in my mind, he's raising all the, you know, bad and best flushes here.
I
So
think
we,
he has
we
a
have,
slight flush advantage. You
so
should
when
be
he,
opening more.
in my mind, when he called, it was like, but I don't know.
Well, he never folds the ace or king of spades right here. And he has a bunch of flush draws that are going to continue. Yeah, like, take a look at
Okay,
his.
so it
Take
would
a
be
look
the
at his.
range. And then.
Need to expand it.
Filters?
Okay, so flush, you have 8% on the left.
I'm gonna take
Whose
a look
range
at.
is this?
And then,
This
okay,
is,
so we just click on button and
yeah,
then.
yeah, 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 yeah. 10.
Seven, a little bit more, 1%, I mean, right?
I mean.
Yeah.
And then.
Equities are running like paper thin, it looks like.
Well, not if you're on the, because after the cutoff checks, it is, but before the cutoff checks. The
Mhm.
cutoff, feels like he's pretty. This is a range advantage, right? And then not advantage is like,
Non-existent.
yeah. We don't have a small range advantage. So do we barrel?
Yeah.
Maybe you can bet small or check. I think both are probably reasonable.
Yeah.
Bet small
probably
again?
4 or 6 here.
And do we
Oh,
ever
wait,
price?
would you say you want french fries?
Yeah. With my chilaquiles. Do we ever polarize?
I don't think you're gonna over polarize here.
No, equity's completed and it's prevalent for both people's ranges here. Both people have lots of ace high, king high, queen high flushes. Both people have straights. Like, it's not going to be a spot where I think you're going to be able to polarize very frequently.
So we say bet small or check, one of the two, right?
Like
Which one is it?
3 or 6.
You wanna bet, Pete?
Yep.
Still
If you
don't
bet
know.
flop, if you bet flop, man, betting turn's probably good.
There's so many options, man.
What do you wanna do, Louis? What kind of silly stuff do you wanna do?
Have we considered like 300% pot here?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
considered how bad that is.
I'm
That might
wondering
be-
if we can bet six, if this is a good strategy.
Yeah.
I guess betting small or checking. I think it's like 80% check, 20% bet small.
That seems reasonable.
Ah,
55, 45, and mostly the 3 and 6 size. But three's okay too.
and it's a pretty dicey. It's pretty dicey, right? What are we supposed to do here? So let's have a look.
Chilaquiles. Oh,
Just
Lord.
you just see there's no big bet board, like there's no big betting here, right? Like a classic mistake is a guy will turn like pocket queens and just blast pot and a half here and just be blasting into a straight with a flush blocker, right? And just barbecue themselves on the altar of queen queen. But I have an overpair.
On the altar of queen, queen.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, right?
Yeah, like deep stack poker is riddled with mistakes that opponents make. And it's why you can chip up early in tournaments very frequently.
But what kind of strategy are we running here? So we're majority betting.
We have range advantage, but not nut advantage. So range advantage makes us bet frequently, and nut advantage would make us bet large, but we don't have it, so it's bet small. Easy game.
Right, so best turn for us would be a king or an ace.
Hmm.
And nine. If the nine paired, we would be more polar, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is purple, perfect. And then would be a
Guys,
brick. Go ahead.
you're talking like 1% also. I mean, it's not like, a huge part of the game.
Okay, so here betting a seven, very heavy. Hmm,
Yeah, it's the bluff with the best equity. And like the second choice is a 10, right? The gut shot on the top end.
whoa. Why would the ace or the king not bet here? Any idea? Cause
Why would they, why would they bet?
every other spade is barreling.
You want to put something in your check back range that is strong enough to show down if he doesn't bet, and big enough to check raise if he does bet.
There you go. Alright, so test that real quick. Are you check raising those combos? If he does bet?
Yeah, so check and then give him the most frequent size and see what our ace, queen, ace, king does with a spade.
Yeah. I like that, Pete. So we check, he bets. Now what are we gonna do?
Is
Give
it?
him like
big?
you gotta give him the beefy part, which he's doing a
Yep.
big bet.
Mhm.
200% for reals?
And we are doing some checky raise.
Oh, no, it means like it's this one, right? It's this one.
Try them both. Try the 6.5 one also. It's gonna be like more inviting of a check raise than, the
There you go.
larger size.
Ace of spades, check raising a bunch. King of spades, less, but still pretty prevalent. And your other ace kings just give up.
Alright, and then are we going with it? it comes down to that, are we going with it? Are
Yeah,
we
like,
bluffing? Is this a bluff or no?
I think you chose the bigger size, didn't you?
No. Yes, but that's what it uses, no?
Yeah, but our check raise, is our check raise bigger than that?
No, smallest size.
Smallest size? Okay,
And then are we going with it? I asking it.
probably.
Dude. It feels like stacking off one card to go with one spade to come feels like a punt.
Negative
look at
Ghost
that.
Rider.
Ace, king of spades, just jam it in.
Oh, but the queen is not good.
Oh, queen's not strong enough. And then queen is gonna block his bluffs,
Do you
like, cause he's
see
gonna have,
this? Wait. Do you see this?
yeah, having the queen is really bad here because you need him to be bluffing, like hands like queen jack with a spade, right? And queen 10 with a spade. So when you have a queen, it's really bad, which is why it chooses the king and not the queen here.
And when you have the Queen of Spades, it's exceptionally bad.
Piling ace king with one spade in on a Neapolitan response for 100 big blinds feels like a marginal play, Louis,
I know, right?
for marginal players.
I know.
So people fold all the time here. Right? This is a spot they like, what does this guy have? Does he have a bluff? He always has value and they just fold.
So what was the line here?
So,
Check raise, he clicked us back, we 4-bet jammed him on the turn.
I'm probably doing it with the Ace of Spades in my hand, to be honest. Like,
But you need to unblock the stuff that he can fold, right? So like if he has queen 9, right? Like when we jam, take a look at what he folds.
Yeah, what does he fold? How trustworthy is this range? Are we selling
So
fairy tales here? What do we have?
folds 40% of his range, right? So he folds like the combo draw stuff, like 8-7, pocket
What's
fives,
pocket nines, pocket sixes? I'm guessing those are sets.
yeah,
6-9-3 are all set.
6, 9, 3 sets, and then everything on the right side, it looks to be a flush.
I don't see anything that ace king beats here. We really need a spade on the river. Like we're not,
Oh, yeah.
ace king isn't getting any better hands to fold unless you say pocket 7 is a better hand here.
Oh,
Pocket
yeah, dude, you're,
sevens, 8-7, 7-6, 5-5. Like all of those are pairs and straight draws that we're beating or that are beating
Oh.
us.
Yeah, 7-6.
how natural is it for someone to take a pair like sevens and click you though, instead of just call?
that's never happening.
That's what I thought.
Like, I don't think population's inventive enough to be able to do that with sevens here.
Well, it's not natural. You had had to
Mhm.
really work on this aspect of your game to
Well,
execute that stuff.
I'm glad Danny didn't see that one. Let's move on. Check. Oh, no.
See, this is why you bet, right? Like when you bet unpolarized, you don't let him polarize.
mhm.
Now, what do? You telling me you're gonna fold a straight flush draw?
I think they're
No.
gonna, I think it's gonna make you call here.
But it's 80% pot.
I mean,
You
it's
gotta
not,
go, Pete.
it's not printing, Pete, but it's not.
We're gonna hit the ace.
Yeah.
Oh,
Block
This is 100% a
fold.
block.
Block or fold. Block or check fold. Pick your poison, sir.
let's block.
I-
No.
So
Okay.
No,
This is-
blocking's actually, that's too big. It's way too big. Like, if you're gonna block, it has to be like baby, but even the 10% wasn't very good.
yeah, so here's the deep stack motto too, right? Like you're going to check, like have some showdown with your ace high, and then occasionally you're going to turn this into a bluff.
Fair.
Mm.
Okay. Well, this is a fold now, like, game's over, guys. It was a prank. You're obviously not messing around. Next hand.
Well, look how good EV it is to jam that.
This seems like a lovely check.
We have a spade. So I
Yes.
see 20% bets, 80% check.
Hmm.
I said JK, what's 2%?
JK.
Just a prank.
Prank him, John.
Call.
I think we gotta call once, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we have the spade.
Jack 10 with a flush draw.
Greg, would you
hold
fold
on-
without the spade?
Hold on tight.
Possibly.
I think
Yep.
not.
Yes or no?
Probably not.
He's debating you, Greg. Don't fall for it.
I'm not about to. It's a pure call.
Don't let him
Alright.
debate you.
It's got a mix.
Oh, I got debated.
As long as someone gets debated, I'm
It's
satisfied.
a.
Okay,
yeah,
I
it's
was right the first time. God damn it, Galen.
Wait, you're gonna walk it back on me, Greg? You're gonna
I
switch teams
mean,
like that? You're gonna
No,
switch
no,
teams
no,
on
no,
me?
no, no. We're not switching teams. I'm just telling you that I thought that we couldn't continue without a spade, and I was right.
You're right, Greg. The
All right.
flush is always super relevant, deep stacked in deep stacked.
Check on the turn, do you block?
Think you just show it down.
Yeah, I don't.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I don't
150.
mind. I don't mind bluffing this.
Did we
Like
win?
it had one. It had a smidge of bluffs. We blocked like the low end of the straight, right? We have 8, so we can also have. Can you actually? Oh well, I don't want to. Never mind.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
want to backpedal. So
Yeah,
like,
you have
What
10
do you
8s.
think, Greg?
yeah, we have 10-8 and stuff like that, right? So that's kind of because we have 8, so we also have 10. Like we also have like 10-8 in range. So that was like my thought process of why we would be bluffing.
Note the size though, 150.
Yeah, it's over pot. That's like pretty much the size I would take. I wouldn't go any smaller because you're not going to get much better to fold in that spot by taking a smaller size.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a higher EV choice to check.
King
Turn your
nine,
V5. Check.
check, right?
Mhm.
The mystery's gone. Check.
Ah,
Guess who? It's a mystery.
what do we bet here?
I'm gonna guess hardly anything.
24% bet?
Ace 10.
Ah, okay. 25% bet. No, even more.
That's some. Actually, that's more than I thought it would be betting, to be honest.
We even polar sometimes here. 10-9.
Yeah, so here on a rainbow board where the flush isn't so relevant, the straight becomes a bigger factor. And so you want to bluff with the jack or the 10 in your hand. So you see it choosing those combos. And on a rainbow board, your hands like king, queen, ace, king are less vulnerable and want to reduce the stack to pot ratio quickly. So you do bigger bets.
It's interesting that 10-9 offsuit wants to go less polar than the suited variety. So for the offsuit, when it goes larger, what's the criteria? Like,
You have more equity with so it's a rainbow board. Like, you would
Well-
need a double suited board or a single suited board to start sliding those bad boys in.
yeah, no,
you
I
want-
know, but like there is some polarization here. Like there's like a smidge of purple, and I was just trying to figure out which combos are you actually taking the pot size bet with?
They
It's-
look like,
it's-
identical.
It's going to be the 3 with the backdoor flush. Like clubs is not going to do it ever here. It wouldn't surprise me if clubs is checking. Right? So you're going to do it most with spades, second most with hearts, and then least with diamonds, and then never with clubs. Well,
Got it.
rarely with clubs, right? Like you
Yeah.
see the clubs is primarily just using the small side.
Yeah, right.
That's what I was trying.
Because yeah, deep stacked, like when you're looking at putting like the end goal is to put 100 big blinds in here. And so with the end goal in mind, out of position, you're gonna need stronger equity hands. And so the suited options are always gonna wanna choose it.
Yep.
And fold.
This
Yeah.
is like a snap fold.
King, queen feels pretty bad. Unless he's got
We
five.
just
better.
got fucking oh.
You got
But
scammed.
again, if you think of it, like there's a spot for him where because we have the nut advantage, he has to bet more polar, which he chooses one of the combos at the very bottom of his range to pot it with.
This feels like a, pretty good check to me.
Yep.
You block a bunch of continues, you don't have a spade. You're probably stabbing small here.
You're unblocking all of the flush components.
But this is kind of a one and done type of thing, right? You're just gonna clean up some equity.
Are you doing this to filter range, like his range essentially? Like when you probe here, small?
Yeah, you're just targeting some auto folds. Like you don't have nut advantage, but you still have range advantage here. And your 10 is a card that is key to continuing. Right? Like, and the same idea. Like, if he pots it here, you're gonna have to fold. But if you bet, right, you keep him from polarizing.
Pete,
Danny wants to change the exercise.
you're not gonna get me, Danny. What?
What does Danny wanna change the exercise to?
30-50.
30-50.
Cause 30 big blinds is like,
I kinda like that idea too. It just feels more relevant.
yeah, we can change it.
Yeah, essentially what you said, Roger, like you want to attack the auto folds, right?
I don't know, I don't wanna bet here. Am I wrong?
Mhm.
And then.
Oh, so it's choosing the worst ones. King 10 off is betting more. King Jack, right? Yeah. Ace is too good. But it's the idea of blocking the continues and cleaning up your equity very small here. Not facing a polarized bet.
Okay. Now,
Feels like a check.
still feels like a check. Oh, the king
Cheap
now.
card, the nuts.
That's a good card. But we still have a side showdown. We bluff.
Feels like a check.
Get ready, get ready for the check 200% bet.
Yeah, you
Oh
could
my
maybe check
goodness.
this. Oh
Yeah.
wow, it's actually just like going,
200%.
it's
Let's
just going
go.
bananas.
Wow,
What's the key card
Saeed,
for the
look at
pre-flop
Saeed in
raiser?
the chat. Saeed
Yeah.
figured it out. He's over betting here.
Good.
Oops. Oopsie.
I'll proudly lose my 1.5x pot bet there, thank you. What you gonna do? This might be a bet. I could see this
Cause
betting
in
sometimes.
my mind, pair boards were the spot where we. Bet the most on from out of position.
Be
But
yellow, Danny says. I like betting small
Say it.
here or checking.
80% check, 20% bet. 50.
Continue.
Is that,
Maybe half pot, a little bit larger.
you wanna get serious?
You got all
Um,
the better pairs. A lot of his continues just got nuked equity wise.
Bet small again? Danny says
think
bet small. No, he's
maybe.
backing out. He says bet big.
I wanna go bigger, I think, personally, but I don't know. I wouldn't berate somebody for going small.
It was small.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
I don't know if you get to check. If you check, you're kinda playing face up, but maybe you do. Maybe this isn't the hand you wanna triple off.
what about blocking? No, blocking seems like. Might
I
as well
don't think
check.
you're gonna go bet small. Maybe
Ah.
it does. No, it does triple.
yeah, it's the function of we still have aces and kings that wanna get value here.
Jack ten, he called with a straight. Good job. Yep.
And he made the flush can pay that price, the straight can pay that price.
Ace high dry, you might actually have some bets out of position here. Like you have way more ace X than he does, just flatting from this position, so. I don't know. Maybe you do bet here.
No, I don't think so. Ace so low like this? No,
Okay.
yeah, most of the time. Why pick? Oh, I know why. Because it's the ace of spade.
I don't think it has anything necessarily to do with ace of spades.
Does it not? I thought it did. Not really.
Yeah, like here you're just targeting his king high and queen high to fold.
Well, look at like queen eight. It prefers the ace of spade. It prefers the spade here. Prefers the spade here. Here too.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the flush interaction, you're gonna be alright. But yeah. Seems to be a slight preference there. Probably alright.
Well, when you have like the king or queen of spades, it's also setting up for triple barrels, right? Like this jack of spades is probably not looking to triple barrel a lot. But your queen and king of spades is gonna be one of those hands that you're gonna set up for triple barrels.
How would you structure that strategy
What strategy?
with this here? Bet with the backdoor flush sometimes? 25% of the time?
Like 50.
We bet our backdoor flushes 50-50.
That seems to be pretty close.
And in reality, like I just never bet the club draw here, but I know it's picking the clubs at some frequency. But yeah, if I bet, I just never have a club combo.
Okay,
Man, I've been on the phone with Fidelity for an hour. Poor Danny. Sounds
We
like
check
first world problems.
yes.
because we checked so many aces on the flop. I think we still have to check this jack.
I like checking. If you check the flop, I think you definitely should be checking the turn. Maybe not though. Maybe you do open a betting dialogue here some of the time. What are you targeting though? I like checking. I don't know.
We have second pair, I'm checking.
Yeah, but he checks back. So if he checks back the flop,
Now we block, right?
No,
Cause he's not betting, he's not checking back his best aces, that's for sure.
he's not checking back his best aces, but he's checking back tons of aces here.
Well, I don't know about tons, Pete. I think he lost more than half of them.
I'm a fish out of water playing these deep stack protective knit ranges,
Yeah.
so I'm
see-
lost.
See, part of the problem is you don't even beat all the jacks that he gets here with.
You don't. That is very true. Like,
That is a pretty big problem indeed.
alright, so we're gonna get value now. Get one chunky pink bet in there, like a
No,
man.
it's too big.
No, that's
Bet like
okay.
a man.
No,
Alright, whatever.
Bet like a child.
Bet like a
like a,
child.
like a baby.
Small bet.
This is a baby hand.
Small hand, small pot.
Yeah,
Big hand, big pot.
Alright, so you got a rainbow board, which is kind of a tick mark for for bets out of position.
yeah,
But you have two high cards, which is kind of like a X for it at a position. I
but
still
pretty
think you're gonna
good.
be, it's okay. I think you bet probably, I don't
King,
know.
king has the best cuz he doesn't have ace king, doesn't have kings, doesn't have jacks.
Dude, I wrote a bunch of notes about this in our server at
So
some
I think he
point.
does have kings here. I
Mm-mm,
think he, no?
never.
Not pocket kings. Like you'll have
Oh,
lots
no,
of
no, no,
single
sorry,
kings.
not, sorry, I thought,
I thought he had
He's-
He's
single
weak on king X. He doesn't have ace king, doesn't have pocket kings. Very little king queen, very little king jack. No jacks. So this has to be like a great board for cutoff. Has to be like a range advantage, nut advantage, the whole package here.
Yeah, Greg, you should ask, Louis to do some shallower stacks.
Yeah, we're
soon.
gonna drop it
Yeah, that's small.
in 5 minutes.
yeah, I like bet small here. I think I'm doing this a lot.
Oh my goodness.
This is
Oh
like
my,
this is
The
like the
king of hearts.
worst.
This is okay.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my.
it's still not a good turn for us, right? Like,
We're done. We're done.
We're still
Oh
okay
my.
though.
Oh
Well-
my.
It's betting plenty.
Well, remember, like ace king jack is still a really good board for the pre-flop raiser. Like we're not really afraid.
this is
And when
gross.
you don't bet small, you face a polarized turn.
Bro, I'm out.
Right? Like you'd have been much happier to bet 3 here than to face 9.
I don't think we can fold, can we?
Yes, dude, what do you got? You
Wait,
gonna
wait,
call
wait, wait.
this?
We talked about probes, right? Like, this is, does this, I mean, it's not, well, yeah, we're out of position. This is a big probe. I think when they probe large, this deep, you can't fold second pair, especially if you have a flush blocker. I'm pretty sure the solver is gonna wanna call here.
What do you beat? other than
I'm
a
not
good
saying that
ball?
we beat fucking anything. I'm just saying that,
But the
Alright,
So
the
we
computer
beat-
overlords will call.
so we beat the bluffs, we beat the jack X.
Okay, but what is he doing though? He's not betting this with like a naked jack.
You can't fold, you just can't.
He has
Yeah.
remember, he has like hands like 10-9 of spades, 7-8 of hearts. Like he has a ton of air here still. And the king of hearts gives us like we have a hand that's a marginal made hand, but has great river bluff potential.
I think
It's
it's
never
probably
gonna
yeah.
Hold
that's
this
true.
because it's gonna have some ridiculous nature on the river.
I think you're probably right, Pete. Like a solver's gonna definitely call this, but I'm folding.
Oh,
Ah.
even fold
Look at you
Alright.
guys, man.
so
Look at you
what are
guys.
what are the properties for it to call then? I mean, do we just need double hearts? Like,
Yeah, I would be calling this and check raising the river on a heart run out.
yeah. So we need, yeah, we need king 9 of hearts.
You need king 10 off is what you
Oh.
need.
Oh, because you need to block, because you need to block queen 10, right? Yeah,
that-
okay.
Blocking the straight.
That helps.
Yeah, that definitely helps.
And then you have a little extra equity because sometimes you make the straight as well. But yeah,
Hmm.
it's the same idea.
Folds more
Interesting.
jack ten than king nine.
Yeah, that's something.
That's
I think
strange.
Well, the reason why is because I think the nines block the straight, or like it's like the nine is like a card that you want your opponent to have in this scenario, I think.
I think the 10 is just really valuable in terms of like blocking properties.
Hmm.
Yeah, you block his best value, which is the straight.
But look at him. Look at him. He's
Hmm.
he's going bananas with queen nine suited. He's going. I guess that's only hearts,
I
right?
do love bananas.
Me too.
So when he does that. He has a worse king.
Lots of them.
Lots of them.
Piles of bluffs.
This range seems to be very polar. Right? I don't see a lot of equity here.
Well, his best, like he's protected by ace, queen, and queen 10, right? Like
What
that's his
is
best,
this queen? Oh, okay, yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
top pair with a straight draw, right? And he's protected by some two pairs as
Some
well,
straights, okay.
right? He's got ace, jack here, bunch.
Yeah, so there's top pairs, there's straights.
Yeah.
Couple of worse kings. So what worse kings are supposed to get us to fold king nine, but that's not happening as we saw.
Not happening if I'm in the fun.
Not if I'm playing. Alright. So we started at 100, let's do 80.
80 is going to be pretty
Boo,
similar. Why
boo,
don't you
80's
move
the same
to,
thing.
5
yeah,
minutes.
why don't
Let's do it 5 minutes, then we take it down.
check fold?
Okay.
Any changes here?
No,
It's gonna be, this is gonna play like a handle, right?
yes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Danny.
Danny. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Okay, so we check. Bunch of haters in this chat.
I think it's everybody, except for, except for,
Bunch of
you.
haters. I don't wanna hear it. I'm gonna mute you.
Just do me a favor, Louis. Before every hand, ask me if there's any changes between 80 and 100.
Perfect.
Thank
Any
you.
So
changes here?
now
Nope.
now you have to pull out a bluff.
Oh,
Peter.
Peter, I love it. I love it. I
We're
would
gonna
bluff
bluff.
this.
We're
I
gonna
would
bluff.
bluff
why?
this.
Whoa. You guys, you have showdown now. He's double checked. What are you trying to bluff off his like?
We're
His
not
airball
bluffing.
is
He's
trying to
calling
bluff
with
his,
king eye. He's gonna
he's
call
trying
us
to
with
bluff
king.
his king nine out of the pot? What are we doing?
He's gonna call with king eye. King
He has
queen.
so much. He has so much ace 10, and he has so much ace and so much 10. I don't think we're ever good here.
Just got
I-
jack 10 checking back.
Okay, then.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a catch.
Oh, pocket
We
fours.
fucking crushed pocket fours. Let's go. Yeah, I guess betting wouldn't really get pocket fours to call, huh?
Probably
All
not
right.
pocket fours. What is
Alright,
this?
let's go 60.
Why don't you like oscillate so you can go like high, low, less high, less low.
Oh man.
Alright, so 10 high boards, these like loose connected ones do have a lot of betting out of position. But the flush draw is gonna bring down that frequency a little bit. And it's gonna polarize it towards flushes. So I do think this is like a really good combo probably to bet.
What size? I'm
I don't,
going big.
I don't think you really do too much big, especially like as you get deeper. It may be like you might start going bigger as you get shorter. I still think you're probably gonna kind of play with smaller sizing here.
Yeah, we're kind of in the middle here. Like if we were 80 or 100 big blinds deep, like I would really want to check raise this hand. Here, I don't know that I want to check raise this hand so much.
I don't want to check raise this hand because what happens when we get jammed on? Like that's my whole
It's
thought
Probably-
process.
It's not gonna
Probably have
happen
to
at this
call.
depth.
Probably have to call. I think you're
Yeah.
gonna bet 33 or 55% here, would be my guess. Mainly 33.
So my idea of this strategy here is we check a lot and we bet polar when we bet. So we use a little bit bigger size. Or
It
maybe
is gonna,
55,
yeah, maybe. It's gonna start polarizing a little bit because of the flush draw.
and then
Yeah, honestly, guys, check raise is never gonna be wrong in a situation like this. But yeah, if you look here, like honestly, like you pick any two combos, it's gonna start, uh, looking at,
so this is a 50-50
Uh,
spot.
yeah, which is a lot. Like if you find a spot that's 50-50, this is like, you know, pretty heavy.
So. So far from out of position. Deep stack out of position, you only bet the back doors. And the front doors on flush draws. Does that make sense?
Deep stack, the flush is always boss. So see if we check raise this combo if we check it.
I think you definitely would. If you play check, you're probably like giga raising it.
Give him his most common size, 2.3.
Yeah, go
Yeah, and
2.3.
if he goes the common size, I believe we're definitely check raising.
So you are using giga sizing too. Like you're going to
Yeah.
12.
Uh, and 16. But yeah.
Yeah, even 16.
Yeah, like this is the idea. Like when you're deep stack, this is the type of combo that wants to put 100 big blinds.
Yeah. Jacks along with jacks and
Yeah.
queens and all of those fun types of hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, then just most players probably fold to most players.
Yeah. We get to win a pot for with king high. Well, that's really bad.
When you bet and that card pairs, that is pretty bad. Um,
Then to check.
so do you ever have any like small bets in this range? Cuz I know there's sometimes you have these weird spots where you go polar and then like you depolarize on some shifting cards. I don't know. My natural response is to check here, like with what you said, Peter. I was just kind of thinking through it, I guess.
I don't know if you could double smear this.
Galen went big on the flop, so now when you're polar on the flop, you now are hyperpolar or checking, right? Like so you're big bet check, and it's just choosing the big bet.
Oof. He's like, you don't have a 7.
Yeah. And like the type of stuff, remember the type of stuff you have here is pocket queens, pocket jacks. So
This one is very unnatural to me. Cause it
Mhm.
feels like you're blocking some of the draws. So he would be more likely to have a 7 sometimes. Look, if the 6 comes, you just go absolutely bananas. The 6 of hearts, double bringing in the double flush draw, I'm all in.
Yeah. Well, because there's no straights that have essentially connected, right? Like it's a double flush draw board. We have the
Got
front
primo,
door.
you
Yeah,
got
you have the
primo
premium.
blockers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And like he can have combos of between the 10 and the 7. So he could have 8, 9, and then he could have the combos between the 7 and the 4, 5, 6. So he's here with all kinds of straight flushy draws that are going to be really resilient against the big size.
Surprising to me how when the 10 pairs, it's a very different strategy.
Yeah. Just bet small.
Well, I mean, the 10 makes a lot more sense to me, Louis, just because like a lot of his continues are gonna be
10,
10x.
yeah.
I guess alright, so look, see what he's folding when you take a big size on the flop. Is he folding a lot of 7s? Is that
I
what we're
wouldn't
kinda?
think so. That's my issues here.
Well, let's take a look, so we don't have to rely on our thoughts.
None of
Because
that.
it's a
Not
flush
really,
draw
right?
board, he has like tons of really robust equity that
Yeah,
like
bro, he's not
he's
folding
gonna have some
sevens.
sevens, but he's still gonna have lots of draws that have nothing here.
He really doesn't have many sevens though.
I mean, 8, 7, pocket sevens, 9, 7, 10, 7, queen 7, king 7, ace 7. He doesn't have the offsuit branch, but he's almost full frequency suited side.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't find that bet. That's for sure.
Over bet on a 7.
Feels crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hello,
You're
I have
setting up
arrived.
crucial bluff.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello.
I would have overbet here, yes.
Thank you, Danny. Why?
Hey,
Why are you
Danny, what
betting?
was the stack depth that you wanted to see again?
40.
Oh, okay, just, I had forgot. Just wanted to bring that up again.
Um, actually, I might not have overbet. I would have like pop bet, to be fair.
Danny, do you have a way to turn your mic down?
Is it louder than usual?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tiny
Okay,
bit.
so what do we do now?
Has something changed? I always thought my mic was too quiet.
What did we do? I mean, you're gonna just go with it at this point, I think. Like,
You
you're just
know,
putting
you
it,
mean like hit the rebuy button?
yeah, hit the rebuy button.
It doesn't want to because it's not going to want to do that because you have spades in your hand.
You're right, Greg.
Yeah. Having the 8 is good, having the spades is bad.
We
After
could
he
do
calls
this.
twice.
We
I
could
guess
probably
we
do
just
this with
send him
like
a-
hearts, right? But I don't think spades.
Maybe clubs or not. I don't think you want him to have backdoor. You don't wanna be blocking the backdoor continues on the flop, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, you wanna have king high here. So
King
we have
high seems okay.
the right idea, but the wrong combo. You don't wanna have spades.
Yeah, I don't think you wanna have spade. What was the flop again? It was, hearts and spade. Yeah, I don't think you want hearts. I don't think you want spades. I think if you're gonna
The
pick, you would
diamonds.
rather diamonds or clubs. Oh my word.
Can you do me a favor?
What can we do for you?
Hey, Danny, what stack depth did you want?
Let's put like a jack of clubs river. Or a queen.
What stack depth did you want? Cause this is 60.
Look at
How about-
this. Even the worst bluff can bluff a little.
It's
And it's
indifferent.
okay. But yeah, this river nails us, so the jack would be very good.
Okay, so give up.
Yeah, it's a give up.
Cause he has it.
Not a great out of position better IMO.
It's rainbow, right? So maybe we can.
It's also ace jack, which is not great.
He doesn't have his best aces.
It's good for our range, but bad for our hand. Our range wants to bet here, but our hand wants to check.
It's never betting, you think 20%?
Oh, for sure it is. For sure it's gonna bet this sometimes because like your club is just gonna clean up some equity. Yeah. There
50.
you go.
Yeah,
We check now. It's over.
Well, again, it's a card that's good for our range, bad for our hand. A little bit of snarl. Because here's the problem. Like this is the thing again. When you check here, instead of being able to continue for 3 chips with your marginal made hand, now you have to bluff catch for 8 and you have to fold.
You say we fold?
Yeah,
Do you fold? You
Can't.
have the 10. You
I
have the
can't.
magical 10.
Mm-hmm,
alright.
yes.
It's a question. I'm not saying I'm calling here. I'm just posing the question. He checks back on the flop, so he shouldn't have a ton of strong, robust ace X. He starts betting on the queen. Okay, the queen is believable.
Okay, we bet small on the flop, so he
But
called.
you're also, oh, you did bet small. You just called, so he does have a lot of ace X still. But he's also got hearts here sometimes.
Test, test, test.
Which is why it would be better
Much
for us
better.
to have bet 3 than to try and call this.
We
Pete
have
is down.
backup.
We're getting hammered by Pete.
So my issue the other time when we had king nine was we didn't have backup, but here we have a gutter, so I would call.
Okay.
Even though it's third pair.
Mhm.
There it is. The 0 EV
The losing.
call.
I mean, against certain opponents. Well,
Oh
there's
my
you.
Heyo.
Oh my goodness, what a wonderful call.
Alright, so what do you do now? He's gonna check it back if you don't take some.
That's why
Action.
we open jam.
Whoa, 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 come on,
All
dude. Jam,
you
jam.
can eat, dog.
You
So
guys are
in
ridiculous.
game, in game, I would check here every time, but I don't know if it's right.
But hold
Yeah,
on.
bro.
Wait, Galen, why is it absurd? Can you not get called by king queen here? Can you not get called by
You're
ace
gonna-
jack here?
No, no, you're 2x pot jamming almost. You think
Okay,
king queen's gonna just like side call it off with like not even the best two pair?
possibly.
It's not impossible, right, Greg?
I've been called off by infinitely worse, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I
Appealing to the
I mean,
crazies
but I
that you're
do
playing out there to.
So
was gonna
I
say-
do understand what you're saying, Galen. Like, sure. I don't know. I don't. I think there's a bunch of worse stuff that could call us, but I mean, what size would you prefer? Would you rather go with like 80%? Would you go 50%?
I think theoretically 9 big blinds is probably gonna be, I don't know, you might do some 15 here.
Okay.
Some 15 or 9, something in
So
there.
I think this is a theory check, but we should lead in game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm 100% Danny.
And if you, okay, yeah, definitely. Now you can just pile it in.
And this is why it's a theory check. Muck your hand, buddy. I have it.
Pocket threes.
Yeah.
If my opponent shows me pocket threes when they fold on the river, I'd be very impressed. Like,
But I did
highly
this bluff
impressed.
yesterday. Hold on, I have this.
Hey, I thought we were gonna do like 40 or something. What happened with that?
Well, Danny, what stack depth did you want?
40 partner.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think you're still in 60.
I think I'm still in 62.
Yeah, if you click like the top left, it'll open up a panel, can help you out with that.
Just
If you
guys
hit
being
the
more
if you hit the
courtesan.
down arrow on your keyboard,
Oh, the down, oh, that, see, Greg's got the keyboard shortcuts.
That's a little bit too complicated for me.
This is a small bet out of position sometimes.
it wants to what? Wants to
Try
check?
again, partner. No,
Okay.
you might bet this with stuff, but aces are a good trap.
Yeah, that's probably,
Let the guy
what's
hit
going
something,
on.
Roger. He has a 2 already. We're done.
Already. Greg knows. Greg knows.
Yeah,
So-
now,
So he has a 2. We're pretty sure by this point, so we give him our stack.
overpot, overpot,
Maybe a little bit more.
More?
overpot,
Yeah, you don't have the ace of spades, so you gotta go bigger.
I like that.
overpot, overpot.
Or
Not
check.
this little tiny, you know what I'm gonna say, bet.
Well, it
I
was
see a
tough
lot,
to,
I see a lot of check marks there, Danny.
it was tough to
Yeah.
make a mistake here, but we did it.
But we somehow
You gotta
did.
go overpot, not 80%
We're gonna check.
pot.
We're gonna check. And then
Click,
clickety.
Oh,
clack it.
Red, red,
clickety
red,
clack,
red,
don't talk back.
red, red, red.
No,
Just
it's
call.
not. Again.
SPR is gonna be
blunders?
one.
How many
I
blunders
mean,
are we gonna
SPR
make?
is not gonna be one.
You
We
gotta
need
repolarize
29.
against the polar bet. If you're gonna raise, you repolarize.
4x.
Cuz
Wow,
he has air or like a giga draw,
no, he
right?
has a deuce.
No, I mean, he could have a deuce, okay, but.
Watch.
How do you like that, aces?
Look, he just has a giga draw.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's fine.
okay.
And you don't wanna click against a giga draw, you're just giving him the price.
King high board, we want to, okay, so. One thing we picked up at deep stack, we wanna have spades and hearts betting, the rest is check. Is that true here?
Check.
Yep.
Yeah. Call.
Call once,
Call you like,
check.
Call you
and
a lot.
fold, I
partner,
think.
Check fold.
Huh?
Check and fold.
what if you bet to one again?
Oh, king,
We have
well,
showdown.
king
Check,
pairing is
I
so good
think.
for.
And, yeah, I mean, it. Yeah, I don't know.
Check lose.
I don't know if we could call though. It's kinda weird.
This is gonna be a checkboard out of position.
Yep.
Too much completed equity, too much dynamic nature. Too much stack
Hmm.
behind.
I have no clue about this one.
A range wants
This-
to bet.
This
Right,
is
we
kind
have-
of,
This must be a check raise, no?
Can we look
Here's
at our
a-
I
range?
don't think so.
No,
Equity's
Louis.
completed,
I think we
Louis.
use this to protect our call down.
I would check raise here.
Alright, what do you think
Good,
the
good, Pete. Let's let
global?
Peter talk. Peter has insight.
Cricket.
So here's a spot where we have the nut advantage. Pretty prevalently, right? Sets of kings, queens, and jacks are all in our range. And then ace 10 is in our range and his range, but also he's gonna have some bluffs here that contain a 10. So he's lacking some of the 10s that we have at full frequency. So this is gonna be a spot where we're gonna bet frequently and we're gonna bet large.
There was not very frequent betting. It's like 80% check.
%80 check, and probably check raising pretty frequently then.
I would think so. I would
Yeah,
see.
maybe check raises, but he's
have-
betting polar and infrequently, so.
Yeah.
So what? What's going on here?
So like, my whole thing is like, I thought we weren't really supposed to be raising when equity was completed already.
We aren't, but we have so many strong nut hands here.
Sure, okay, I understand. Yeah, cuz any king or any queen or jack gives us the nuts, right?
I mean,
Looks
but
like
look,
you
there is
are,
no check raise, really.
Yeah, it looks like you're managing the pot at 60 big blinds quite a bit.
King, queen, jack. This board is very dynamic and hits everything pretty well. Maybe it's just the fact that like a small bet doesn't accomplish anything and the texture is gonna change so much on so many turn cards. We're out of position. Like you said, we just wanna manage the pot, right? We have queen, jack, alright? We have two pair, but how do we feel about this? Like, half the turn cards are gonna be a spade, a 10, a 9, an ace, a king, like very bad cards where we don't feel so good about the hand anymore.
If you said that in some training content, Danny, I would buy it.
Yeah,
So it seems like, yeah, we're just kind of in pot control mode. When
Take
we
my money.
both hit this board very hard and it's gonna change a lot. We're out of position. Let's call and hope for like a clean run out. It's
That's
not the
not-
worst one. It's not the best one.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Manage the
It's gonna
pot.
make our life hell
I
now.
knew he was going polar here. There's no
We
way,
gotta lose
right?
more money. Let's go.
Do
No,
we
just
raise,
call, just call.
do we
No, we
raise
don't-
not,
we
not
don't
let the
have-
flush come
Oh
in?
my
We have a
God.
bluff catcher.
Raising seems bad.
I agree.
Oh my goodness, alright.
That's the worst card.
How would you like,
Yeah,
how would you like to pile on your four liner with no spade here?
yeah. You're just
Wow.
turning your hand into a bluff here.
Alright, so let's think about it let's just walk through it mentally for a second. Like queen, jack, you're blocking a lot of the calls. So like you're blocking jack 10, you're blocking queen 10.
Think we got
He sh-
scammed on this river.
He
Show me
shouldn't
the
have a
5 of
lot of,
spades.
he shouldn't have a lot of the offsuit 10x combos here. Is the other part about it. So when you're blocking those, he doesn't have ace, king. He doesn't have king, ace, queen. He doesn't have like. I could see why maybe you pull a hand like this into some shenanigans like that, but I'm not doing it.
I
don't
guess a
have it.
lot of his strong hands on the turn are like ace X of spades or ace of spades X. And now when the ace of spades comes, it like removes a big chunk of good hands he can have. He can really only have king of spades, queen, king of spades, jack to like call us down here. Otherwise, what's he, or like king 10 with the 10 of spades, ace 10 with the 10 of spades. I guess
That's
those are also,
actually, yeah, that's like, that is the truth, Danny. Cause I mean, when this ace comes, it like you said, it removes a lot of the flush draw component combos. And we would be more likely to, I thought, have like the king of spades in this spot. But I could be wrong.
Well,
we
in our
certainly
line
can have it, yeah.
where we go check, 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 like check, call, like we just have queen 10 with the 10 of spades here a bunch, right? We have jack
Yeah,
10 with
that's
the 10 of
true.
spades here a bunch. We just made the
Right.
second nut flush, so bet the pot.
Bro's gonna hero us with like, he was bluffing with like fours, 4 of spades, and now he's gonna hero
Oh
us.
god. We're getting called by ace 10 with the 10 of spades.
Well, yeah, that would be
Sure.
definitely one of the calls he has in range, but we have all that stuff too, like you mentioned, Pete,
Sure.
so. This makes a lot of sense. I would never find this, but this is really cool to see and maybe I'll pay more attention to these.
I'm all in.
Maybe I'll go
Mama
try
all
some.
in.
I'll go punt a stack or two, giving this one a shot later today.
No, but there's reasons you can do this cuz his range gets nuked on this card and
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
can't
you're
defend.
also, you're playing chess again with someone who plays checkers is is the joke. that
It
I'm saying.
doesn't, alright, but it doesn't matter if he has king, queen, no spade, right? He's gonna fold.
This
I
guy
mean, you're
has a
playing
hammer
river
in his hand.
chicken.
He's
So
gonna
facing
hammer
this,
us.
facing this jam, do you call a straight here, Galen? If you're this guy on the
Oh my dude, I'm so annoyed with it. I'm so annoyed. I'm gonna overfold a straight. I'm gonna fold a 10. I don't care. I'm
Depends
folding.
how disciplined I'm feeling on the day.
That's fair, actually, Danny. That is 100% fair.
Hey, how
What?
about
He
that?
folded
the
Folded
10?
10 of spades.
What?
What a nit.
How about
Okay, I
that?
mean, obviously that's never happening in game. If,
Alright,
if,
That's
Dan,
if
never
we're
Danny,
expecting,
Fold the
yes,
second
40,
nuts.
40
Go.
please.
what stack depth did you want? 40?
40 please.
Okay, we'll put 50.
Oh, 50, okay. If we're expecting this fold for this bluff to be good, then this can't be a bluffing
Right,
game anymore.
so we don't think that they're actually folding what they're folding in solver. So what does that do to donk jamming there?
Yeah, it nukes it, but how can he fold that? That's, what?
Because of solver.
I
because
guess we have
solver.
way too much king of spades.
Mhm.
So this is ace high rainbow disconnected. I think you will probably do some betting out of position here sometimes. I wouldn't be surprised to see 50% small.
50-50, right?
I wouldn't be surprised to see 50-50 here.
Roger says I
Cool.
check all the time. What a net.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with checking out of position here. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you guys that. Bet large.
How large, Galen? Wait, don't click yet.
I am going to approach pink or purple. 'Cause I wanna
Super
get
size?
it.
You want super size?
Yeah, can I get extra fries with that, please? Actually, I'm probably not doing a ton of 12 here. I think I'm going more 8. But 12 is, I under polarize sometimes.
I agree with you. In game, I'd probably go more 8, but looking at it, I feel like 12 is way better.
Nope. Well, no, it's okay. It's just, it's very distributed.
Yucky.
What do you mean? This is a great river, no?
I think it's okay. I mean, Jack 10 gets there, which is like not great.
How did Jack 10 hang on all the way?
Only spades,
There's no
probably.
way Jack 10.
Jack 10 of
has-
spades is the only thing that would
Hearts?
hold on. Do you
Wait,
think
wait, wait,
it,
wait. Why
Okay.
would only jack tens?
Do you think they
Hearts,
can
diamonds,
call turn
spades?
overbet? We overbet turn. I think they're just out. They're just out.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can't really
actually.
draw for that price. You usually get more condensed to like mid hand Z stuff.
Maybe
I
worth a
think.
look. I don't know.
Although on
It's
this
probably-
board, what do you, yeah, you're gonna call like 9x of spades.
I'm just
Uh,
all in. Anyone on my boat?
I mean, I'm there. The problem is just I'm wondering how much ace, like, I know
you
it's
targeting?
probably not
What are you- what are you-
much.
What are you
But
trying to
like,
get
I
called
wonder,
from?
I know it's like monsters under the bed here, but I wonder how much ace queen he actually shows up with in this spot.
Yeah, how, have we narrowed his range too far at this point? That's the only, but we have 2 pair, top and third pair.
I mean, he can also have 9-8, right? Like, we can get called by like worst 2 pair.
SPR is
Um,
one. Let's play cards.
Queen
Yeah, sure.
9 of spades. Yeah, let's jam it.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is a little too thin.
It likes the half pot bet, I guess. I mean, okay, so if we go for the half
Third
pot bet and
burger.
he jams, what happens?
It's a block.
You gotta
Third
call,
burger.
Greg. You gotta call.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
There's too
calling
many,
off.
there's too many
okay, so now
bluffs.
we're just calling. Yeah.
4.19, it's like not even close. But he does
Oh
have,
my god, he had jack
He
10
had-
of spades.
he had the exact combo. He had the exact combo. How
It
funny.
could only be spades, how?
We should look, I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence about the other two combos, holding on.
Hey, I bet pretty big here.
I'm
This
confident.
guy's getting a station tag. There's no way. Look at this.
I'm pretty confident.
Folded jam? No.
All
Am
of
I
them.
wrong?
call.
Even
Oh.
the non-flush interacting one. Look at the non-flush interacting one.
Well, this is offensive.
Yeah, you're harvesting a little bit of 0.03.
I float you light.
I guess they have some river give ups and you get to bluff it. And you unblock the
Yes.
spades and stuff. I guess. Don't you block a lot of give ups though? You unblock spades, that's it. Huh, maybe it's enough.
We check or we bet?
Check.
Pair boards, Greg.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's check.
Is there anything I can do to make you bet here?
Give me a 9.
Nope. You were right. Are you betting a 6, Greg?
No.
Gonna bluff?
Yep.
How much?
Do you?
148.
148. Why would you torch 10 bigs here?
I don't know. This normally, like, I normally would take the size like in game and, a lot of people would just snap fold. But I guess it's just not theoretically correct.
Hmm.
Nothing. Did we
Right.
get called by ace high there?
Right, Danny?
Finally, a usable, reasonable stacked up.
Let's go to 35.
Same difference.
Same, but different.
Sorry, I disconnected at an inopportune time when I turned my, something on.
Yeah, he messed around with you. He skipped over 40 to go to 35 to pick on you.
Joke's on you, I prefer 35.
That's
Check.
what I told him.
Oh, no.
Monotone boards are a check. Unless it's this. I mean, look at the range though. Like, look at the range. It's gonna be like 80%.
Maybe. Hmm.
I'm probably folding.
Yeah, dude, I'm snap folding.
Oh, what happened? Yeah.
Drawing dead is what you are.
You can't fold a pair, can you?
Yeah.
Dude, you're killing me, Louis.
You
What are
can kill, you can fold third pair here, what the
He
hell?
Killing
big
me.
bet, he big bet.
Dude, he big bet. It's a monotone board. It's third pair. What are you
Queen's
hoping to
no good.
accomplish?
Like, have fun hitting a queen and losing to something.
Roger's over here having a fit in chat over this. Fold.
Look
Man,
at
as soon as
this.
I get a voice, I abandon the chat,
Alright, I'm
folks.
calling.
I'm
I'm
sorry, chat
calling.
folks.
I'm calling. It's done.
Need to leave my chat folks open over here. Zoom chat sucks though. It like randomly scrolls up from time to time. I don't know why.
We're gonna win. Look,
Alright, you check now, right? Or block? Yeah,
we're gonna
check.
win.
Are you?
No,
Ha!
you turned it. I don't think you can fold a pair on the flop. Do we fold any 8x on the flop?
Recording in progress.
A couple. Half and half. Queen, 9-8.
Or even folding some 10x.
Yep.
10-7, 10-6, 10-9. Even king 3 suited. Top pair.
Zooted.
Top pair, Louis. We're folding top pair.
I don't
Can you imagine?
understand. There must be a bug in the matrix.
It's a mono board. You really want a spade?
It's a majority call. All I see is green.
All I see is green, green, green.
No matter what. Okay, we check here.
Queen high disconnected. You could probably have some bets sometimes, but
You think?
this hand wants to check, I think.
What's with you and queen eye boards out of position like that? You said that a couple of times. Why you wanna bet those boards?
It's the disconnected nature of it, man, and the high card nature. You can probably start betting that stuff. I told you, like, I did some of this stuff and put it in the server not too terribly long ago. It's not like super popular.
So 9 eye boards, really.
Yeah,
Paired 9 boards. Then 9 high. Nine, 8, 7, okay. Um. Just fold. Anyone calling 40% of the time here?
Nope. He did bet really small though. I might check raise, like, I'd probably find that before I find a call, but even that, I'd rather use like hearts or diamonds or, you know, backdoor suit. I like those ones for the check raise, so.
What about something like this?
I would check a lot. Play check call. This is like a less extreme version of the king, queen, jack that we saw where a lot of turns are gonna change stuff quite a bit. I wanna play pretty protective.
Okay, makes sense. Do you bet the queen, sir?
I think you will have some like third pot stuff here, maybe? No, it's kind of well. Mainly just check. When you bet, there's every size, it looks like. Slivers of, so what is it? 5x with an overcard to match your pocket fives? And like 5-4. And then kings makes sense, like very strong hand, but again, the board is pretty dynamic. Ace is a little less so, needing less protection than kings, and then your best gutter, your best top pair, king nine and ace queen. 10-8, 10-9. So kind of like betting your best bluffs and best made hands and then checking everything else. And even those aren't even pure bets. So this could be one where you simplify by like checking everything. Or you could just play like check or B80 and just B80 with like kings and ace queen, king nine and king five, 10-8, stuff like that. Alright, call once.
The format's pretty bad, but I put some useful notes I created a while back in chat.
Yeah, I see that. Thanks a lot.
This is for 40 big blinds also.
Oh, well, Danny's gonna enjoy it.
Ugh, we keep getting these spade turns. Think we're done. Feels very close. Yeah, I'd fold. I want an overcard at least, or a spade, or straight draw, or, no, well, you can't really have that. Yeah, I think I want an overcard at least. King, jack.
We got a call?
Don't do it. Don't do it, Louis.
Oh,
Don't do it.
I did.
Come on. Can
I
you
had
see
it.
if we call king, jack, or king, jack might still even fold with no king of spades?
What? Are you
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Yeah,
Are you
pretty
crazy?
indifferent. Pretty indifferent.
Wow. So I can just bet to you and I'm gonna win?
Yeah, you'll get me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you playing later?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh. Alright, here we come, Galen.
How? For sure.
Check.
Why is it so easy to time out on ACR?
I'm
Man,
probably
they
folding
did
this.
me dirty yesterday, man.
Why would they do such a thing?
After like 10 hours, man. And then the guy folded my kings too, got me. Cause when you make a click like that, if you don't take out the guy, he always takes you out.
Cut you
That's the
deep, man. Cut you deep.
laws of nature.
Oh, it's Frank's favorite, 9 high, but wait, Nine high board and we're the cutoff. We get to, have some bets.
Okay, you wanna bet 4?
I think even on 9-3 deuce, yeah, we should get to bet. Is it big? It is
Yeah.
big.
That is big.
It is
Cause ace
polar.
9, pocket 10, and then pocket 10, jack 10, so fits.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so if you look at the heuristic, mid, low, low, rainbow. Big bets.
Especially 9 high. Yeah, this is one of our best bluffs with the 3 straight. Can make a lot of better stuff fold. Queen high, king high. A lot of good turns.
I mean, honestly, the 3 and the deuce are basically blanks. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's just a
there
9
you go.
board.
King, queen, get out.
Pair, alright, so
Hey.
flush draw, ace,
How did
jack,
he give you
7.
that number? Oh,
Roger, it's because we open a lot of offsuit 9x from cutoff, right? Like we
that
open
amount?
jack 9, queen 9, king 9,
That's
and
when
the
we
button
mute
doesn't flat
six.
any of that. And then you, as well, you're right, they'd probably 3-bet 10s plus. So they won't have the overpairs than we do. So we have all the best 9x in the offsuit variety. They'll often 3-bet their suited 9x, so they're devoid of that too. And then we have all the overpairs, they don't have them. Except for they trap a little bit.
8, 9, he calls.
This seems like a check to me.
Yeah, I would be checking here.
He finds the big bet. Got a call.
You do gotta call. Your hand's too good here.
We have the spade. We have the queen.
We've lost. GG.
Check, 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 check.
I don't think it's
It's
that
fine.
bad, actually. I don't think it's that bad.
Oh,
You wanna call
man.
again?
Wait, so I don't know. Oh, it
You got the
feels
blocker,
worse than the
bro.
other one, but it's
Get the
kind of the same
blocker.
as the other one. Yeah, the Jack 10 one, right?
Yeah, I think you gotta continue.
Spade is good or
Theoretically.
bad here?
Probably, that's a good question, Louis. I think probably okay to have the spade. Probably okay to have the spade.
Probably, well, let's think.
And then
It's okay on the turn to have the spade. And probably, if it bricks, probably not great on the river. To have the spade.
What bluffs would the queen of spades block? He could bluff
Queen,
queen 9.
queen 9,
Does he flat that pre? Yeah, right? And queen 8?
queen
But
8,
that's
but he's
it.
only got suited
It's
combos of that is the problem.
right, right. It's only those two, queen 9 of spades, queen 8 of spades. That's all we're blocking. But are those two of his most prevalent bluffs at this point? He's not gonna bluff king X of spades, right? He'll check back. Most
King
likely.
X of spades would probably play check back.
And queen 10 of spades is the nuts with the nuts redraw. Um. So I think it might be kind of bad now.
I still think you call.
There are maybe enough other bluffs.
So we've been folding a lot on the turn barrel.
Well, it's a big bet too.
Okay, so we fold.
Can you see if it's better without the spade? I'm just gonna fold regardless, I think, though.
Prefers a spade. It raises without the spade.
To be honest, they're both very indifferent, it looks like.
Yeah, it
Very
looks maybe
marginal.
0.01 or 0.02 better without it. Yeah, just very marginally better without it. And probably for the reason of like, we block those two bluff combos that we want him to have. Go to his bet range really quickly. Let's see, queen eight of spades, queen nine of spades. Yeah, even a little queen seven. So yeah, we'd rather not block those ones.
Think this is a big bet spot.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Check.
whoa, 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 whoa. Why would you bet big here?
It's
Because
too connected.
as we saw, it's 8 high or 9 high. So these are the spots where cutoff bets the most on. How would you play ace 8 or pocket nines or pocket tens? You know, so I think
Nines I would bet with the gutter, I think, but
We're-
jacks I'm gonna check call.
we're
There
more like,
is some completed equity here.
What-
Although he shouldn't have a ton of like 6-4, 6-9. He shouldn't really have a ton of that
That's
in
true.
range. But it is a flush draw board, which is gonna bring down your frequency. I don't think you're gonna go bananas here, to be honest.
7, 8, 6, 7, 5, 6, maybe a little bit.
Maybe this, I mean, this hand, I was thinking like range perspective.
No, I'm saying like
I
stuff
think
that he
range is
can't
very
flat.
polar, 50-50, no, 40-60. 40% bet, 60% check, and then we bet big.
I
Let's
think we're
take a
not
look.
betting much.
Pretty close, actually, Louis. It's pretty good. Pretty good,
50-50.
pretty good. If you change the 5 to a 6, I feel like it would change the dynamic quite a bit.
Definitely, definitely.
Now you blast?
Do,
12?
oh, yeah, I think you do. I think you go like bananas here.
How bananas?
18 is almost too much, although maybe it's not. 12 or 18?
That's a question, is it too much? Yeah,
12 or
12 seems
18.
good.
12 feels just right, and then push.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
a good
that's a great,
river.
it's a great
Yeah.
river. You beat 7-8 now, if he was playing that slow for whatever reason.
What?
What he called with what? King high?
Excuse me?
He had the straight.
I don't think there was a straight, Louis.
Yeah, he had the straight blocker.
He had the straight block.
Okay. I think it was tilted.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
he
he was tilted.
misclicked.
Alright, let's make it 30.
Maybe he
No-
just did that so he
Oh my
knows when he
God,
The
I
rebuyes.
misclick
guess-
makes the most sense.
I guess our bluffs are like, we have a lot of combo draws that are like 10 high and jack high and stuff that he beats, right? Or would we not even bluff the river? I don't know.
Alright, so
10-9.
what'd you go to? You go to 20, 30? This is 30 now. Okay, so there's still, how many jams are in range versus an open? Is the first question I have.
Mm,
I don't think there's a ton yet.
jam for 30. Are there any?
I don't know. I don't remember. There may be like just a couple.
What would be the first one to populate? Ace queen off?
Maybe ace king
Pocket.
off,
Nines? Eights?
10s, 9s, somewhere in there. 10s is too
Ace
good, I
queen
think.
off. I don't think you jam. I think ace queen's actually a flat, still at 30 here. Maybe not, maybe ace jack's a flat. Ace queen and deuce. We could look. Remind ourselves.
We can bet. We can bet.
Why would
can
you bet
bet if
this
you want
hand?
to.
What
One
would
spade.
possess you to wanna bet this hand?
One spade.
You have the 9 of spades.
Yeah, that's.
You're
the
out of
only issue.
position.
That's the only issue. Cause I think 10 of spade would do it. Jack of
Well,
spade.
queen
Oh.
10's a very different hand than queen 9. You
can
can't
check
say
if
10
you
of
want
spades would do it. You
to.
gotta say queen of spades would do it. But no, queen 9 off queen of spades is not betting either. East Polar board, lots of gut shots. The nuts will change on future streets. You have ace jack, you say, I have nuts now, but what about 10 turn?
Why not?
about
Very critical,
Spade
critical.
of threes.
Alright, Two.
Again, by the
Broadway.
way, did you notice queen four suited and king four suited losing their minds?
Didn't see that.
Yeah, you should go take another look.
You can bluff if you want to.
Wrong node. Wrong node. Go to our initial check. Mamma mia. Can you hover them?
Why would it be like that?
You can make some sneaky nuts. You turn some sneaky two pairs.
Because we block two pairs?
Um,
We block ace
backdoor
four?
straight stuff.
Cause ace four isn't doing it, right? But king four is,
Yeah.
so it must be something that,
Well, ace four is good enough to trap, I think. Whereas these are starting to like merge slash bluff. It's kind of nice because you make his hands like queen ten kind of indifferent, which you're currently beating. But they have a ton of equity against you. And then like, if they do proceed, you have a lot of nice runouts. You can kinda bluff or get value depending. Very flexible, keeping your options open, pretty sexy. Oh, Roger put the jams in chat here. What is this?
Are there jams?
Cutoff open, button,
Is that
looks
at
like
30?
jam, ace, queen, ace, king. King ten suited, queen ten suited, jack ten suited, eights and nines. So we were spot on, we just forgot the suited tens.
Mm. And the reason I initially had asked that question is because like it's important to try to range this guy. Like if he just doesn't have some of these things in range, it's gonna affect how we kind of proceed out of position.
Mhm.
So like you can basically just remove suited tens from his range.
Perfect, Louis. Now we can value bet, I think.
so we
Even
block,
four potentially.
blocking.
Okay. I'm too greedy.
Greed burger.
Right, let's crank it down a little bit.
Where you going? Where you going, guy?
Crank it down. Interesting one. We wrap the ten, but we have no spade.
No spade, this is,
Uh. So 25 is kinda weird because he's jamming all of his suited tens, right? So he doesn't have tens. The four is a blank. I just figured this might be something you kinda wanna bet, but. Cause it's like a blank, blank, blank board almost. But maybe not the case. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, yeah, we should look at the strategy. Um. Hmm.
I'm betting.
What is
JK,
Was
that?
it pure check?
What is,
I'm
nothing,
not betting, I'm JK.
nothing?
Huh.
I'm just never betting here.
Can you
Make it
put
rainbow.
the
Make it
breakdown?
rainbow.
Sorry, the ranges tab, whichever one shows the line graph, really quick before we change the board.
The line graph.
I mean, this,
Yeah, that one, yeah. Whoa.
Nothing too
Whoa.
interesting here. It says
What do you
equities are
mean? The
close.
button's crushing us.
Crushing us? You
Look
say?
at the lines, man, on the right.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
green line is above all the way.
Oh, it's cuz he's flatting and he's flatting jacks plus pure.
Is he?
This man out trapped us. He has the overpair advantage.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, so is that reality though, then?
What is that guy?
This is not real. This is one where if we could node lock and remove all those aces through jacks, it would be quite interesting to see what the strategy changes to.
Yeah, that little balloon of equity advantage would, deflate.
It
For
would be
sure.
gone, yeah, so, yeah, huh.
Yeah, that is kinda interesting trapping at 25. Like, I don't know if I'm doing a ton of trapping with, queens. Was it doing it with jacks?
If it's a PKO, I do it
It
with
was,
aces
yeah.
and kings, you know, that's okay, right? But
Yeah,
if
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
vanilla with like tougher to find a call,
Hit him with a one hitter clicker.
Part of it here maybe is because everybody has 25, you know, the blinds are fairly likely to squeeze jam on you. Well, not fairly likely, but they'll have like a robust squeeze jam range. Whereas if you're in game here and the blinds, let's say they've got like 60 and 80 behind you, I don't think you're gonna wanna go for a trap quite as often.
Perhaps, perhaps. Click him.
we don't have a spade, I'm not gonna click him.
Fine.
Yeah, Roger. In this configuration, the blinds can jam plenty. It's nice to have some traps. And we're not gonna wanna trap our stuff. Like, it's hard to have traps when we're short enough that we jam a bunch of good stuff ourselves, right? Like, normally one of your traps is like ace queen, but we're probably just three betting ace queen suited and jamming ace queen off. So, or maybe we still flat ace queen suited, I don't know, but then you gotta start like picking the best hands to use as a trap.
I think you
Alright,
still continue here.
continue once cuz you bet tiny and the seven's
Yeah.
kinda interactive with 3-4.
You actually raise, which is kinda silly.
Huh. He's gonna bluff. We like unblock all the bluffs. Can we just hero him down with ace high though? I don't think so. It's kinda tempting to call, man.
I think you fold now.
What if we jam ace high? Nah, it's suicide. Alright, let's get out. What am I even saying? Look, he had nothing though, like, we unblock everything. King eight of clubs.
Heavy checker,
Ye- Is this a little stabber ever? Jack high. No, I don't know. No. I think at this 25, in this configuration, because of their overpairs stuff that we saw, we're gonna just check a ton. Like almost every board. Maybe we should go back to 30 where they're not flatting these things that our opponents don't do in reality.
You can flat if you want to.
we can dance, we can dance.
Check, check,
Check.
check, check.
Jack, jack it up?
Oh, we should have bet the turn.
No, we're gonna bet the river.
Call ace four.
Oh,
Uh,
he's bluffing. We
Can you
call?
bluff can you bluff a bluffer?
No.
He's bluffing. Call.
Call him up.
He's not. Let's fold.
He was not, he was ultra deep
Damn,
value owning
he
it.
raised a jack. That's pretty cool. Huh. Gets
Right.
you to think a little bit, huh?
Let's move it down.
Crank it down.
I do wanna play really short stack. I'm kinda curious about like 2017 range. This out of position betting, deep in tournaments like this is, I think there's some value here.
Do they flat you at 17?
Yeah, there are some flats.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably even more so when you're playing like ICM adjusted stuff too.
Ace ten nine. Ace jack nine. Pair kings. What about paired ace? A little bit. Pair kings a lot more. King eye, not great, right? Not great at all. Queen. Paired, so paired is really strong. Queen eye is
Paired?
good. Pair queen, pair king, pair aces, you would bet a lot. Pair tens. Funny how at from 100 to 20 big blinds, we bet nine eye boards the most. As soon as you get short, becomes a pure check.
Well, are they still trapping over pairs here?
Yes,
Yeah. I guess like some of our opponents will do this, so these ranges aren't, or
Yeah,
these
yeah, yeah.
strategies aren't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
entirely bunk, but I feel like especially earlier in games, people just aren't gonna find that very
Yeah.
much.
But they show me kings and aces here playing.
Yeah, okay. Then it's still useful to look at.
Oh my goodness.
What are you gonna check fold?
What are you gonna do? Bet and punt?
Louis,
I'm
Louis
gonna,
clicked,
I'm gonna bet once at least.
Louis clicked the button so fast he was embarrassed by his response. He had to click away.
It's the
Couldn't
same
handle it.
EV to be fair, but is it gonna check click? Like what's going on here? Are
What's
we
the
just check
point
folding?
betting here? This is like you're betting out of position, heads up. Six up.
Queen high, blank, blank, rainbow. It's like super dry and very difficult to defend. So like, you're just gonna take the pot down a lot. Also, like, if you look at his range,
You have a gutter.
how many queen X's? Oh, you have a gutter. You actually have extra equity. That's also true. It makes a
Yeah,
lot
we
of
wouldn't
sense
do
to bet
this with,
this.
7, 8 of diamonds, I don't think.
Might be interesting to look.
I think it's a check fold with that, but with a gutter, we can't check fold, I don't think. It's not really fun to check call, so
So you think
you
it's
hope
the,
it goes check, check, you go for check raise. Or you just probe.
so 8-6 is just blindly barreling. 7-5 is just blindly barreling.
You need the backdoor flush.
7-6 is just blindly barreling.
Okay, but not 7, 8. I picked the right one.
Did.
But yeah, it's the stuff that can still hit the 4, 5 run out, I guess.
I think it's also just kinda like bluffing from the bottom of the deck. It's just. How many queens does he
Yeah,
have
but
here
there's a
also?
reason you're using 7, 6 and not 7, 8.
Yeah, the 7-8 may interact better with his calling range. That's why I wanted to look at what he's actually flatting here. So,
And you can run out the nuts on 4, 5. It's both.
yep, that's also a component of it. So like when he plays call from the button pre-flop, it is eights. Eights is the floor, so you don't wanna block his calls, which turns into his folds.
Right.
He's pretty short on queen X here.
Yeah, and he doesn't have queen X is another reason that we're probably just like kind of doing this. Like, I think if you changed it to like an ace, you probably wouldn't be so, so liberal.
We're actually in the box now. I think we fold, but it seems really close.
It's gotta be rainbow. You made it two tone. So a little more, you're actually betting more, it looks like. Is that what I'm seeing here?
I don't know
Yeah.
what the frequency was before.
You're betting more often.
It looks like you're betting a little more on the ace. And I guess it's just because he has less aces.
And what are you bluffing? Gutters and random middle deck stuff? What was the, it's gone, it's fine. We're
And
gonna have
it's
to
gone.
change the board again and yeah.
And it's gone. No, you're betting a lot more on queen eye. Than on ace eye.
Ah, yes. Way more. Fold,
What
I
do you
think.
mean?
I don't know. There's not enough behind now to draw.
We got a gutter.
You're
It's-
too short, Louis. You're
It's
too
too,
short.
yeah, it's like, don't have the price. Oh my god, you do have the price.
I knew
How
it.
are we bluffing? Alright, to make this call, we have to expect that it will go check on the turn often enough and we can bluff the river.
No, we are expecting nothing less but a 4.
No,
Hey,
no, no,
do
you
this,
cannot
do
profitably make
this.
this call if you're only trying to bink a 4.
Why
Hey,
not?
can we run through a couple of the optimal
Because I
runouts?
said so.
So, like, if you put a diamond out there and he jams turn, what do you do? If he puts a 6 out there and he jams turn, what do you do? I'm just kinda curious how you're handling turns. is
Calling,
I guess.
You
Oh,
call
no.
a 6?
yes,
Let's guess and then we'll look, Galen. Don't get frustrated. You
Sorry.
call a 6, you
yes.
fold a diamond.
I'm calling diamonds.
I think I'm folding a diamond and I don't know, maybe you do call a 6. I'm pretty close to that, I think.
Oh. That's a bad one.
Maybe he'll check back and we get to bluff.
Perhaps.
We'll
Look
realize
at what-
the bluff equity that I
Let's
was.
Put a
see.
10, put like a 10 of diamonds out there or something, or like I don't know, some kind of like, try to make it as neutral as possible. And then make him jam on the turn and just see what we're doing with our little guy here.
Calling,
Alright, so it's like pretty indifferent, but it is
And
calling.
what if he bet 6? Do we call or jam? Cause he was
Alright,
mainly betting 6.
calling,
you probably put a jam in, no? No, you just
calling.
call.
Just call and then I guess donk jam if we hit, maybe.
Okay, now what about a 6? Like a 6, make it offsuit. Yeah,
Calling.
6,
Yeah,
okay,
that one's way clearer. A
yep.
pair's
that
much
one.
better, yeah.
It's just because we're so shallow that we hold on to any equity we have, we just can't fold. We started to punt our stack and we need to finish.
Well said, Louis, well said.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Oh,
You wanna play this note?
in that vein. Okay, so it wasn't, I was close, right? I wanted check bluff the river, but we don't, we're not so optimistic. We're just gonna bluff now. We're gonna be like, screw your check.
When
I
we
got
check,
my ace, go for it.
I was gonna say when we check raise, he's folding his aces, that's why, but we bet and he raises.
Yeah, I'm like a fish out of water here. Playing
When
these
we bet and
silly.
he raised, we probably retain a bunch more ace X than he will have. We keep all our like gutters that he likely would just play call with on the flop, like ace 4, ace 5. We have like ace king, I'm sure, some amount of the time. Ace queen, obviously, if we didn't click it back. Probably, I mean, like, if we stab the flop with ace 10 of diamonds, I mean. And he raised, what do we call that too? Maybe, right? If we're calling 6 high, we probably call the ace high with the backdoors.
Mhm.
So we have a bunch of these like floats that all just got there. Pretty interesting. We match it with our like 0 equity. Like obviously we can't check call this hand, so. Again, it goes in our stab bucket. Oh, oh my god.
Let's give the rest.
Check. Give the What?
rest. No, we get
How
the,
can we give the rest, man? We never have an ace now. He's not gonna, oh yeah, yeah. Maybe he'll fold.
I guess it just doesn't have to work very often. You're paying 6 to win 30 back. You're
What
paying
will he
6 to
fold?
win like 37.
Mm.
So.
Can you check the ranges on the turn real quick?
I kind of agree. It just is never working, but if it works ever, it's probably just profitable.
Let's see
What
what
you're
what we have that allows us to lead here on the turn, like,
Just a bunch of aces. I'll be right back.
Okay.
yeah, so when when we stab and he raises us, we get to float all the, ace high backdoor flush draw 2 overcard hands. Sorry, 2 overcards to second pair. Or gutter.
Man, this is a close one. What are you gonna do, Mr. Donkey Fish?
Alright,
Can you look at flop really quick? Do we not have ace five in range cuz we 3-bet jammed? Our second node on the flop where he raises and then how do we respond? Are we jamming ace five? Rip
picking it
it.
back.
And ace three, ace two. What's the board? Queen, three deuce, right?
Yeah.
Queen, three deuce. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all
Even
in.
like, look at pocket fours and fives. We're so short. We're like, we got overpair to second pair.
We got
It's
it
good
there,
enough.
let's go.
Yeah. And once again, can we check the pre-flop range here at 17? What's he even calling with?
Suited gappers and things, I think. He's probably jamming most of his suited Broadway.
That's getting thin, right?
It's
Getting
getting
pretty
pretty
thin.
thin.
Aces and kings remain.
So we should have a pretty big advantage on eight high boards and lower.
I feel like people like in reality sometimes jam quite a bit wider than that. Especially like as you get deeper into tournaments where you're actually playing 17 big blind poker.
Oh, no reports.
Hmm.
Okay, so what do we do here?
Ace, ace, deuce seems
Can
like
we
a
bet
good
one
C
with
bet.
range?
I like
Is he
betting
like
out of position.
so void of ace X here?
Yeah, 1.3.
He actually has some ace X, like some of his suited ace X, like the middling ones were playing flat.
Hmm.
But, I do kinda wanna bet small.
You go 20%?
If we have give ups, I feel like this is a good give up.
I don't think we bet a lot here.
You don't think the
It's-
range bets a lot?
I don't know, we've been checking range a lot whenever we got short stacked from the cutoff, no?
This one does bet a lot.
Paired high
That's-
card is pretty good for us.
You just found like the one combo that's like. Not excited about it.
I think the ace ace X, king king X boards are pretty good where
Wait, do you
we
wake
just
up
open a
now?
bunch more
You wake
than
up
the
now?
flat.
You have a heart here.
Might not be the most relevant part though. Like here's a spot. We block the bottom of his flatting range. So
You
he's
do.
flatting a bunch of offsuit jack stuff. So he's just more compressed towards the value. And then when you're out of position, you want to bet with equity. And like we just have other stuff that's gonna have more equity than this. We want him to fold this hand.
He's also got like fives and sixes and some of those hands in here, which are just
Yeah.
not folding.
And
Like you
ace
would be,
X still.
yeah, you would be targeting like, I think he's got like some king 10, some king jack off stuff, like some of those offsuit combos that would fold sometimes. But I kind of agree. I kind of like just waving the white flag here, I think.
Yeah, like he has jack nine of diamonds and stuff like that. Part of the problem is having the jack is bad, blocking the offsuit stuff that he flats, and then having the nine is bad, blocking the suited stuff that he flats.
So with our hands that we do bet, are we splitting sizes here? Do you think we have a small and a big? Or do you think we pick one
th-
size primarily?
I think at 17, your big size is gonna be like half pot.
Mhm.
I would be
but-
tempted after check to maybe have as big as some pink here.
For sure.
Pink's not too crazy. It just feels a little on the large size.
I didn't think Jack 9 was gonna do it, but here we are.
Yeah, I thought the heart might do it sometimes, but I don't know. I just wonder if like, do you need to go 5.4 or is like betting 4 big blinds gonna be just as efficient?
Gross.
I kinda wanna value jam.
Kinda like it.
Yeah.
Nope, too much.
EV's very competitive though, like,
Maybe you're better Jack X. You definitely call. You're definitely calling. He's got way too much bricky stuff.
are you calling? Does he have
You're
better
paying.
jacks that he's value betting?
Like what?
Yeah,
Because the problem is like his fives and sixes and stuff are probably just gonna check back.
So what jacks does he continue with on the turn that make it here on the river? So he's got heart combos, so like Jack 10 with the Jack of hearts probably doesn't call the turn. I don't think he has a lot of Jack X, Peter. But maybe I'm
Well,
wrong.
the offsuit jack stuff. Like, if he has
Yeah,
king
like
X, yeah, like, if he has
what,
king jack here,
King Jack, maybe he does show up with King Jack occasionally. I think I'm calling this. I'm calling this in game.
Ooh,
But it's like pretty break even. Let's,
Yeah.
can we explore the jacks?
yeah,
So what does he have when he goes all in, Jack X wise?
my
Was
thought
kinda,
was that he has better jacks than us,
he's got like
but not really,
fragments.
yeah,
I-
nothing.
He has a little bit. He's got a lot of king nine. Or
He's
wait,
got a
king nine.
bunch of
Okay.
aces here, look at that. It's mostly.
Right,
aces
right.
and
So
king.
that's kinda what you're scared of, is the aces that go check on the flop. Which he does have
I said he has
sometimes.
a lot of ace X. Well, I didn't say a lot, but I said some.
You know, you brought it up.
Alright, I got a call for 2 minutes there, so I missed
yeah,
whatever
he
happened on the
bets.
river.
Oh, good,
Bets
we're
on
gonna,
jack and checks check nine too. So
wrap it up anyway.
Okay,
So thanks a lot for joining, everybody.
I
Have
thought
a,
this was productive. This was good.
have a great weekend. And see you guys on Monday.